price may take this low. Target will be this high. That's when a lot of people sold right there. Well, here's a price analysis on Bitcoin to see where it may end up next. We know Bitcoin is close to the all-time high and it's rallying up very, very aggressively towards the 50,000 level. 50,000 per Bitcoin level, as you can see here, it's getting close. My guess is that it will be breached and maybe drop, or may stop right here, 45, and then drop. Or it may continue, we don't know that. So let's analyze period of time where the price of Bitcoin was most similar to the current price we have. So we are on January 2024, so we can go back to 4 years before that and analyze the price to see what happened on January 2020. I go to January, May, February, right there. This is the period where price, well, Bitcoin was starting to move up. January, and it made a huge movement until it stopped right there on February. So my guess is we will continue until February 14. That's when Bitcoin is about to stop and it may drop, as we can see here. Everything is telling us that Bitcoin will continue up at least for a month, then drop on March significantly, as you can see here, very significantly. And after that, that's when we see, that's when we see the magic happen. And when it comes to the drop, we are targeting, an area here where, well, one of the most stable areas, a fair value gap. Here there's a fair value gap, an order block. So price went all the way there, pretty much the lowest point that you can consider for a bullish move. So what I'm trying to say is that Bitcoin in about a month or so will continue going up until February and maybe more. It is unlikely, based on previous data, to reach the all-time high, very unlikely, because of what we are seeing here. Bitcoin is very precise when it comes to repeating patterns of the past. So currently I'm on January 1st, and you can see here it is starting to make a bull movement, a bull run. Even though in the current time it did move much more, went right there. So all of this tells us that the bull run, the next bullish movement, is gonna be much more aggressive, much more aggressive than what we've seen so far, which means we can reach prices of Bitcoin that we can't even imagine. I'm talking $500,000 per Bitcoin, maybe $200,000 per Bitcoin. That is in the realm of possibility based on the movements, the energy behind all of these movements. And this may be fueled by the upcoming Third World War. It's not confirmed, right? But they're clearly planning that. The people that control the world, the run world, they are planning to do that. And that is good news for Bitcoin. Just like COVID caused a sharp drop in price, but then it moved so highly from that point on that it was insane. People were suffering, right? But Bitcoin made a massive rally on the COVID era. So we just need some kind of negative news. For instance, here in 2020, like we've seen, that is when COVID hit. I don't know the exact dates. That's when the COVID-19 is announced. That's the WHO declares COVID a pandemic. That's when we can predict the lowest point of crypto. That's when a lot of people sold right there. Well, it was here, but the next day after the announcement is when the sharp drop happened. And that's when the pandemic started, the negative momentum for people. People were feeling bad at that moment. Guess what? That is the last point where Bitcoin was down. From that point on, it made such an impressive move up that it continued breaking highs up to levels that we haven't seen before, reaching 65,000 or again, going back again. There was a drop here, reaching almost $70,000. So my point is that, well, soon, maybe March, that's when it will be announced some kind of bad news to the world. I'm guessing that there will be a world war, and that's what makes the most sense. Maybe it's something else, but in March, I will be very patient, will be very vigilant about upcoming negative news that affect the world significantly, like the pandemic. And that will determine the lowest point, which means Bitcoin on March can mark it here, March, somewhere in here. Last time it was March 11, we will see a drop. Now my guess is, well, this looks like a very tasty double bottom, so price may take this low. This one looks also tasty, and it is gonna respect that likely based on the previous behavior, well, where price went down and stopped at the lowest point, at the lowest order block. In this case, this is the one. That means Bitcoin goes to 18,000, 20,000 or more or less. That's good news for us, because that means we are buying the Bitcoin and we are making money from that. Now it will continue until February, like Crypto Capo said. 45,000 seems the logical level. I don't think 50,000, that makes too much sense. So it may be sooner where it stops. And once it reaches that price, that's when we are expecting the bad news to hit. But we have 2 months of good news so far. Things are developing, so it's very important to pay attention to things that are happening, events, things that don't seem very, very big yet, but in the future will grow in severity. That's when we see the lowest point, and that's when you want to buy Bitcoin, because that's when you may see the new bull run, or maybe the cryptocurrency war dies entirely. We don't know. Maybe cryptos are banned everywhere, or who knows, right? I'm not giving you financial advice. This is just my perspective. And that's what I think it will happen. And then after that, well, we'll see this high being broken, this high being broken, this high being broken. We'll see 70,000, maybe 100,000, maybe 200,000. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. If you have $20,000, I mean, you may want to consider putting those there when it drops, because it's gonna be interesting, and it will continue for about a year from that point on. Maybe here is say March. That is when we will see the drop right here. So it will do this, and then it will slowly decline. Maybe it will take this high, will slowly decline, and boom, sharp drop. Maybe it goes here or here, we don't know yet. So maybe 40,000, maybe 30,000, we don't know. In any case, these are potential areas of interest. And after that, yeah, I'm telling you, this high is gonna blow off so fast, it's gonna be insane. But yeah, Bitcoin dropped on March, whatever, and then it started a slow increase. On December is when the real big move, the real aggressive move happened. So we have a long time of bullishness. Price is gonna be ranging during that time, so it is likely to range between this area. Range by always increasing, of course. And after that, then December, that's when we see sharp, aggressive moves. And again, it drops in May. Yeah, we have March, April, May. That's when we see. Now, this is, of course, based on the fact that Bitcoin may continue the previous behaviors. We take a look at the previous period, which was in 2016, we can draw some interesting conclusions. So 2016, that was 8 years ago. So if we go to March, again, there was a drop. There you go. You see, almost the same day 5, price was increasing here. January, February, March drops. And from there, it went high, and it was respecting the low. There was a drop here in August. Let's see if that happens also. And again in December. Let's see if we see a drop in August. Yeah, somewhere between August and September, there's a drop. So we expect that to happen also. So this is a very interesting analysis, right? Because from that point, the past analysis I did was on a year ago or so, and it's predicted Bitcoin at 16,000 right here. We were here, and Bitcoin made all of these movements, all of this move from here. Now we are getting more precise with that. My target would be this high, or even just this order block. So those will be conservative targets. Again, not financial advice. This is something that I think may happen, may not happen. Who knows, right? That's my opinion on it. And if it were to happen, then it means Bitcoin is acting properly and continue behaving the right way. So that's what I think it will happen myself. That's my opinion based on purely historical behaviors. This may, not happen. This may be just random. So do your own research. If you know technical analysis, make sure to apply it. And see you in the next video. Hope you like it. Of course, let me finish this off by writing this is what I think may happen. And yeah, that's when it starts moving crazily. That's pretty much it. Like, this is a summary of what I think will happen. So hope you like this video, and make sure to see the most common MEV scams right here.